Hi guys. Today, thank you for joining me on BlackBerry Soaps or Bella Soaps Company. We're going to be making BlackBerry Sage, and actually the reason I'm making it is someone came and bought my last 5 bars, and I have to restock because this is one of our top selling soaps. So I'm going to do this today. And actually I've been waiting about 3 days to do this. I miss making soap when I don't make it. Anyway, let me kind of give you an idea. I think I've said a lot of different things about the soap seizing up, the batter seizing up, and the trace, and how we have to be able to see when the lye, which I have not put in here yet, is incorporated, and we have, like, I can lift up my stick blender and I can see a trail of where it leaves. That's kind of how you tell trace. It will leave a light trail, or it'll get thicker and it'll leave a medium or a heavy one. And most of us that make cold process soap are looking for that light trace, so we can work with the soap before it gets so hard you have to put it in your mold. So I thought what I would tell you is basically what's in my recipe is olive oil, sweet almond oil, castor oil, and I have palm oil, coconut oil, and then sometimes we put heavy cream in it. We put honey. You can add whatever you want to add. I could put different oils. I could put avocado. What's in this batch is just what I told you. I haven't added any extra oils. So the palm, coconut, olive oil, sweet almond, castor oil. Then I'll be adding my lye, and I'll tell you one little secret about the lye. You add to your water before you actually add the lye. You add some sugar and some salt, okay? The salt will harden your soap, and the sugar will cause as well as the castor oil does it too, it will cause it to foam and lather well. So in regards to, how much you put in, but you have to be so careful about that, so know what you're doing, because if you put too much castor in, it will block your sudsing ability of your soap to suds. And if you put too much, let's see, if I put too much of the sugar in, it will make my soap so soft that it takes forever to get hard, and it never really gets as hard as it should. Right now I've got a good recipe that I do use, which my bars are hard. They last a long time, and that is such a huge plus, because you don't want a bar that's just going to melt away. You want people to be able to use it and get the benefit of all the oils and everything in there. And the soap shouldn't melt away anyway. That wouldn't be a good product. So, okay, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be adding some green to it. I'm going to put flowers on top. I'm not going to pipe. I'm going to put flowers that I've already pre-piped, and I let them dry. And then I'm going to put white. So I'm going to mix. I'm going to swirl green and white. And I'm actually going to make my whole batch of purple, which I've been knowing I need to make a solid batch anyway, because I haven't made. And that's how I usually do the BlackBerry Sage. This will be the color of my blackberry. Most of my micas I get at brambleberry.com. My fragrance is the BlackBerry Sage, and where did I get it? The BlackBerry Sage I bought from Nature's Garden, which I buy a lot of my fragrances from Nature's Garden. All right, let's get with it. Let's try to make this blackberry soap and make it good. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is, for one thing, I just melted my coconut butter and palm oil. Coconut oil and palm oil. I melted it and I poured it in here because I already had my soft oils. I measured out my olive oil and castor and sweet almond. Then you have to melt the coconut and the palm oil. And I've already mixed them in here. So all my oils that are going to make the soap, actually, other than the lye, are in here. And I'm just getting ready to add the lye, which we'll do right now. And I hope I'm in the camera good. Okay. So as I said before, for safety purposes, always wear your gloves and always have goggles on. You want to protect your eyes. They're the only ones you have. Okay. And now I'm going to carefully pour the lye down my stick blender. And actually I'm going to pour it down my, and then down my stick blender very gently and carefully. So it doesn't even have an opportunity to get in your eye, to splash and get in your eye. And then you want to be careful through the whole process. You don't want it on your skin because you don't want, as everything does go in your bloodstream, you don't want it in your bloodstream. Okay. I'm careful to get everything out because in soap, everything is measured perfectly. This is 14 ounces of water. The lye is 6 ounces of lye, 14 ounces of water. And so if I poured it sloppily and I just left a half ounce in there or something like that, it would throw my batch off. All the oils or whatever measurement they are, it has to weigh out that. And I weigh out on let me put this over here, and by ounces, and I find that works just fine. I know some people do it by grams, but I do it by ounces, and we all have our different ways. So I have my colors ready. I'm going to blend this and I'm not going to try to, I am going to incorporate the oils and the lye together, get my thin trace, and then I'm going to pour it. I'm never sure if I'm going to pour the fragrance in first or do the colors. A lot of it depends on if your fragrance, if you've used it before and you know it's going to seize up, you want to put this in last. You definitely don't want to put it in any sooner than you have to. So I would do the colors if that's the case, but I don't believe it is, so I don't remember it seizing up. So, okay, let's make it. Let me turn it that way. Maybe you can see it better. You can actually see it turn. It'll turn more white. You can actually see it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I can see it. You want to keep your blender down there, and you don't want to get air bubbles in it any more than necessary. Let's see. Not real crazy about this stick blender. I just bought it too. All right, I'm about at thin trace right now. I don't know if you can see that in there. See if you can see it. See how it leaves a, it could be blended. I don't know if you can see that or not, but what did I do with my spatula? Okay, so once again, don't want to waste anything. Not that that little dab is wasting, but I just want my measurements to be right, stay right, and I want my soap to turn out right, of course. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, do my colors. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my colors first. Get my green in there, and I'm not putting much green. Can you see that? I'm actually gonna take this out for a minute. Should turn greener than that. There we go. I put quite a bit of green in there. All right. Okay, now we want a white. I do want quite a bit of white in the to swirl. I do want quite a bit. So this is the titanium dioxide that I've already mixed up, and I'm probably going to have to stick blend this because titanium and dioxide doesn't mix very well. And I definitely need it to mix well. Sometimes it leaves like little specks or your soap. You don't want that. Okay. Some more. I could make it a little whiter, but I think that's good. It's definitely going to show up in the purple, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. I want a nice, dark purple. I want it to be dark. I want it to be bright, and I hope it turns out that way. My batter's starting to get hard and firming up a little on me, and I don't really care for that idea. See how I just splattered that? Good thing I have eye protection on. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I think I'm gonna stop there. Now I still have to mix my fragrance in. And you know, there've probably been 2 or 3 times I made the whole batch of soap and forgot to put the fragrance in. How frustrating. Oh, that is just, it's like, how could I do that? You know, not many people are buying soap without fragrance in it. They buy the soap because it smells so beautiful and it treats their skin so lovely. But if you don't put it in, you're out of luck. You pour this in your mold. Once you pour it in there, if you don't have your fragrance in there, it's heartbreaking when you remember I didn't put the fragrance in. All right, let's go ahead and add the fragrance. A lot of fragrance goes in the soap in order to get it to smell good. And then again, there's only a small percentage that you can put in. Health-wise, you can't put the whole bottle in. You know, you can only put so many ounces per pound. And you have to be safe when you do things. You got to know what you're doing. I can't say I know it all, but I'm learning every day. I've been learning for years. I've been learning my whole life, actually. 72 years. I should know something by now, for crying out loud. Should know something. All right. That's pretty. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to get it mixed in my... Okay, we're almost ready to pour. This is the exciting part to me, the pouring, putting the flowers on it. Of course, if I'm piping, I love that. If if I have time. If I'm rushed, it's kind of not as much fun, of course. But, you know, if I'm not rushed, I really, really do enjoy it. I enjoy making soap no matter what. Okay, we're good. Smells, like I said, this is one of our best-selling soaps. A friend from California called. What was it? I think I sent her a package 3 days ago. She called. She says, "How much of the BlackBerry, you know, because they know it takes 6 weeks to cure. How much of the BlackBerry Sage do you have left?" So I said, "Well, I'll run down and check." And I had 5 bars of it left. So she says, "Well, I want every one of those." And I thought, okay. So I knew I'd have to make the BlackBerry. The BlackBerry Sage. Let me show you the little flowers that, oops, I got some. Boy, I tell you, if the lye splashes on you, you know it. And I'll tell you another thing, you always need to keep, it will burn your skin. Not just your eyes, it will burn your skin. You always need to keep a bottle of vinegar, straight vinegar, and you need to put that on your skin. I don't know if you can see how red my skin got there, but it was just one little drop on there. So you spray this on your skin and it dilutes that lye so it can't continue to burn you. You do that as quick as possible. You always keep the vinegar bottle near where you're working in case you're to need it. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get, oh, I was gonna show you one of the flowers. There's one. Might got it in the camera? No. There's a little bit bigger one. So I'm just gonna fill the whole top of this with these type flowers, and then I have little ones that I made. Let me see. Little ones that I made. I don't know if you can see them or not. That we're going to put on the top. So, okay. So what I was saying is this is my favorite part. We're going to pour this in and I'm going to turn it like this so if you can see it. And actually, I don't think I need, see if I want to pour it all in, or was there anything I need that purple for? I don't really need a purple top, but then again, it probably wouldn't hurt. I'm going to save that and I'm going to put it on the top. We're going to do our swirls. So, see it, see my soap starting to get hard. But it is definitely not seizing up. See these big messes I make? I know that any of you that would do this probably are not quite as messy as I am. I don't know what to do with myself over that. I don't know, maybe I take after my mom. Maybe she was messy, I don't know. Messy and noisy. I don't know if any of you watched the video that I did when I said the spoons are so loud. When I listened back to the video, it was like, good gravy, all that noise I made with the spoons. Gee. Okay, I don't think I want any more green than that. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of swirl I want to do. I think I'm going to do, can you see this? This is a hanger. It's called the technique, or whatever you want to call it, is called a hanger swirl, and I think I'm going to try that. Actually, first I'm going to pound this down. And when you pound the soap down, so it, you know, there's no air bubbles, brings all the bubbles to the surface, you always want to be careful about your face. It's like I don't want to, I'm not familiar with doing it this way, so I don't know quite how much I can swirl it without it becoming like mud, you know, which is what you don't want. You don't want to swirl it so much that you can't see the beautiful colors. That would not be good. And it would not be what I wanted to do either. Okay, all right. Now, I wonder if I should pound that down again. It's probably okay for now. I'm gonna put a little bit more white. I don't think I want the purple on the top. I'm not sure really. Or I could put it a mixture. Okay, so now you guys are getting to know me. I'm thinking out loud. You can probably tell that. Thinking out loud, talking to myself. I guess I say, you know, it's okay. It's when you answer yourself there's a problem. Well, I don't know the answer to my questions yet. Okay. All right, do I want to keep it white? Or do I want to make it purple? It's a big question. Okay. Clean up my mess. Oops. All right. So I want, because I have more batter, I think I want to kind of, I'm going to add it. I just want it all in there. And I'm not going to pipe anything this evening. I don't really have time. I got started kind of late. Got started late. Maybe I'll leave it kind of, oh, I don't know. Maybe kind of white and purple. Since the flowers are that and actually green, but I don't have any green on top. That's okay. So we get down good to the last drop. It's good to the last drop. Oh, I love the soap. Love the fragrance, love the smell. So awesome. When I make it, it's awesome. But you know, when I store it back there in my room, in those little cubby holes, you'd think you'd walk into that room and it would knock you over. All right, I'm just going to, this isn't quite as hard as I thought it was. So I might have to work around that. I might have to mess with it a little bit. Or I might just go ahead and put my flowers on it. See, if it was a little bit harder, I could put a texture on there. But you know what? I don't really need a texture because I'm going to put these flowers on there. So let me tell you how I'm going to do that. I don't know if I shared that before. You know, I shared a few things and then like I forget what I shared. So if I repeat myself, I apologize. Okay. So we're going to put these flowers on. If you can see them, I'm going to turn these big ones over. I'm going to spray them with alcohol. 99.1%, the highest. The highest of alcohol, the highest percentage of the alcohol. Hoping this is not going to come over the edges, but I guess I could deal with it later. So I just want to feel this soap with beautiful flowers. Now this is easy. I piped these before when I did another batch of soap that had a purple and green in it. All right, now as much as I shouldn't probably do this, I can't pick up those little ones with my fingers in those gloves. So bear with me. Oops. I tell you what, you get the alcohol on them and they get slippery. Okay, so my stick at my good old chopstick. Just gonna push them down a little bit. Okay, let's see, where can I put another big, yeah, it'll go there. Okay, I just want the top covered with flowers. It's just what was in my mind. So I really encourage you, people who watch, there are so many good soap makers on YouTube, you guys. If you're interested in soap making, go watch some of them. They're amazing, actually. Okay, I said I wanted to get as many on as I could, and I'm gonna probably get them all on. Some of them are a little bit big, and I don't know if I can stick them in between. This one's kind of big. So let me, if you notice my nails, I got one polished, and isn't that weird? I polished one nail, and I thought, I wonder if I'd have polished my nails, just one of those days. It's like, oh, maybe I should do that. I haven't done that in a long time. And then I polished one nail, and I thought, no. And then I didn't have any nail polish remover. And I couldn't take it off. Okay, now I don't want to waste the soap, but I'm going to wipe a little bit of it off. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me show you it without the, oops, I missed one flower. Show you it without the sparkles on it and the glitter on it, and then I'll show you it with the glitter. Get my bottle open. There it is. Oh, and it has green. Oh my gosh, it's got green in the glitter. Okay, I just bought this glitter, so I wasn't familiar with it, but oh, that is pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but okay, and the glitter is not a problem for you, because as soon as you get the soap wet, that glitter is going to come off. Okay, finished product. Thank you guys for joining me, and Lord willing, I'll see you on the next video. Blessings.